So today is August 18th, 2026, and today I walked out of DOJ, Department of Justice, for the last time as a, what do you call it? A criminal. No, I don't know. Without a record. I just finished a hearing for an expungement process, which has been taking so much time. And you know what? And through this time, I've grown a lot of patience and trust in what God has said. And it's like so funny because we want things to happen when we want them. We want things to happen how we think we heard it or what's logical. But what I've learned through this process is that the timing is so important. Not like timing, like, oh, it seems like it's going to make sense because I'm turning some milestone of an age, or I'm going to finish this at this time, or it's going to be whatever logically makes sense as far as timing is concerned. God's time is definitely on some other stuff. Is definitely very, very purposeful. So today I had court at 9:05, and mind you, I didn't even know what. I couldn't find my snap out from the last court hearing, what time, what department. So my plan was just to go up to the courthouse today early as possible. And I'm thinking, boom, it starts at 9. I'll be up there at 9. I can find out on the calendar where I'm at. And there's just a lot of weird delay pieces in the story as far as in the morning getting there. Pat was coming with me, so after I dropped Jamari off at school, yeah, we went straight up there, and I had Pat drop me off so I can go find out where I'm going to be at. And so I go to the clerk's office. No, I didn't go to the clerk's office. I went to the calendar, and it's like looking at all these names going by, and I'm like, I don't see my name. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm like panicking. So I go to the clerk's office right around the corner, and there's only like 2 people in line. I'm like, thank God. And I talked to the guy, and I'm like, I have a hearing for record expungement. I don't know where to go. Can you please help? And so he looks it up, and he goes, oh, you're in department 29, which is on the other side, and it's at 9:05, and that's like in about 7 minutes. I'm like, cool, perfect. Even I was just excited right there because I'm like, wow, let it be my luck. It was at 8 o'clock, and it was whatever. It was some others. And so as I'm walking out, I'm like, cool, I should be able to meet Pat coming in so we can walk in together. But I didn't see her. And as I was walking back, I see all these a group of attorneys, and I see what looked like the silhouette of my old attorney. And I see him, I was like, oh, snap. I just called him yesterday to see if he could possibly tell me what court date, what time or anything. And anyways, I don't even know if he got the message or not. But as I'm sitting here looking at him, I'm like, yo, that's him. So I'm like, hi. And he was like, oh, hey, Miss Burton. He's like, yeah, I saw your name on the something docket, and you're in Department 29. I'm like, yeah, I just found out. So, and I'm like, yeah, no, I just found out. He's like, yeah, well, he's told me he had a case that he was hearing, upstairs, but he didn't know, or he didn't have anyone that he knew of that was coming down to the floor that I was on for my case. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I wasn't even thinking nothing of it. I go to the thing, and I see two people I know from my RCP, which is crazy because that's the record clearance project, which technically I thought this whole process was going to be done by them, but they actually petitioned the public defender's office for me through the county, not through them, which took a very long time. So this was back a year ago. And so we're to this point. And anyways, because of budget cuts, they were actually there for another case for a client through our RCP program, which is wild. So our attorney was there, and one of the paid staff was there. So they thought, oh, they thought they were there for me. I'm thinking they're there for me. And he's like, no. Anyways, so I'm waiting. I don't even see my name on the door. I'm like, how come there's nothing about me being here? And so anyways, so Pat ends up coming in, and all I know is they haven't called my name. Pat has to leave by 10:30, and and I'm like, okay, I don't want them to call me early, but I don't want her to miss it, and I don't want them to call me before he gets here, because for some reason I just feel like, I don't know, I just thought it'd be good for him to be there, and honestly, I didn't think he would be able to because he was already doing something upstairs. So they're calling all these different cases and handling all these different things, and all of a sudden my attorney walks in, and I'm like, oh, Pat, look, there he is. And I know he's only there for me. He has nothing to do with this courtroom. So he's there. He goes in and starts talking and doing his thing with people. And I'm like, inside of my like heart is like beating really fast. I'm like, oh gosh. But I'm really relieved that he's here. And turns out he comes up to me and he's like, yeah, he said something about he's just going to call my case and say he's a friend of the court. I'm like, okay. And then the judge was hearing all these different cases, and then ended up hearing the case that my RCP peers were there for. And they end up leaving, and then the guy comes back. He's like, oh, the attorney's like, oh, do you need help with your case? I'm like, no, I should be. I don't think so. I think my attorney, who's been my attorney since day one, is going to do it. He's okay, great, good luck. And so I go, and no, they go, and I'm sitting there, and then finally my attorney calls my case. I go up there, and the judge was saying that it looks like there was already a ruling over the matters, and which it was in the misdemeanor hearing, which was like 2 months ago, which is they scheduled this one out for the felonies. And he was like, yeah, so basically one was approved and one was denied. And 17B, which is what they're trying to get my DUI, felony DUI, expunged, was denied. So he said, well, yeah, Judge Williams has already denied it. So and he opens the floor for the people, and they said, well, they agree with the denial. And then so my attorney, who's awesome, starts, pulling receipts on, he's the one that's been working. He was my trial attorney and went and told him all the things that I've been doing all the way up until now, and literally from graduation on to starting school this week. And honestly, it did not look good. The judge was just like, yeah, it was already heard. He looked a little, whatever. It's not, I just wasn't, I was feeling it. I was feeling the strain of the situation. When I tell you, you can cut the intenseness with like a fork. Like, it was that dense. Like, I'm like, wow. But I was like, no, a part of me, while they were discussing it and deliberating kind of back and forth, and he mentioned all that, and then the people, the prosecution was like, well, just so for the record, like, she was on probation when the charges occurred, and my attorney didn't say anything else. The judge literally said, yeah, I see that in the notes. Like, thanks for letting me know. He actually was kind of funny when hearing the other court, so I knew he had like a sense of humor, but definitely was like about that business. He was not playing no games. So I'm like, and he's reading over it and reading. He's looking down, not even looking up, not one time. Takes a long breath. He's like, you know what? He said a lot of I'm. So I'm like, oh my God. He's like, I'm going to, because of what Miss Burton is doing in her foreseeable future, I'm gonna approve this. And when I tell you, I about fell out. Oh my God. I was like, it sounded like it was not about to happen. I'm like, no, Lord, when I tell you my faith in the midst of them deliberating, and I was like, no, this is not how this is supposed to go. I know what I understand. I know that this was supposed to be an approval. I know that. So how it was going, I was just like, no. I can't be in fear. I can't be in doubt. And I'm like, no, no, God, like, I know this is not turning out like that. I know what you told me. I know what I understand. And, like, what, you, put your spirit in him right now. Literally, that's kind of those are the prayers. Those are the prayers I was saying. And when I tell you, when he said that, I was like, oh my God. And it's so funny because all these little players, my attorney's like, oh, no, Miss Burton. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. I'm like, my ears are ringing. The room feel like it's spinning. And the prosecutor lady was like, she all of a sudden, I didn't see this woman crack a smile since I stepped foot in this place. She looks at me and she says, good luck with school. I'm like, you talk human? Like, what? Oh, and she's like, yeah, no, good luck with school, huh? And I was like, wow, thank you. Um, Thanks. And then Pat looked like she's about to like blow up. She's like, she felt it. She felt the strain. Like, that's how thick it was. She was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, I know, right? Because you never know how, with these cases, and now as I have learned and what we carry out in the RCP program, when it comes to DUIs specifically, they're always discretionary. We use a few laws, 1203.41, 1203.41A, and 17B. And 17B is literally, the other ones are more almost likely to be automatic dismissals, but 17Bs are always discretionary, period. This depends on what the judge says. No, there's no, oh, you got a bylaw, nah. So the fact that he could have just went with the standing of the other judge, and or he could have just said no or whatever. It just kind of, it worked out. So I just know God was like all over this story. And when I tell you that, that, you know what, like, no matter what the opposition is, like, don't falter. Like Nehemiah in the Bible, when he was building the wall and he had all these people. I mean, the wall was to protect the city. The wall was a protection for the people in it. But the people who were outside of it had all these conclusions, all these thoughts, and all these weird ideas, and wanted to stop what they were building. When it was a good thing. Like, what city has no walls? Like, it was literally for protection. It literally had purpose. And that's kind of how things are for us, right? God has us building different things. Everyone has their own journey and their own calling and purpose. And it's always about building. And it's not just for you to build your own little space and it's usually it's going to be for the multitude. It's going to be for many people. So he will have it. It will need to be protected, just like a baby in the womb will need to be protected. So there's even opposition to that. So in any regard, no matter what the opposition is, understand the enemy has no new tricks. He does what he does. He's going to come up against whatever you're trying to. Matter of fact, if you don't have any opposition, I wouldn't even question the fact that it's even something that God is having you build. Like, it's going to be opposition, period, point blank. Anything that God has you building is going to take faith, it's going to take patience, and it's going to take obedience, and it's going to take, God will send you help, right? Look at all the help that God has put on my journey. I didn't get this far by myself. And it was literally by the grace of God and his putting people in place. But he used people, right? People were used to help me birth this part of my, this season of my life. And so look at that. Look at those pieces in your story. Like, and what is God having you protect, right? And understand that whenever you're trying to protect anything, it's because you're trying to keep something out, something away. So don't be shocked when it's hard or hurdles and always someone got something to say or whatever. That is literally a part of the process. Like with anything, don't despise small beginnings. And yeah, I'm just really grateful that today marks uno numero number one, day one, free, day one. God did it again. So thank you for all who've prayed for me on this journey. And I'm just extremely grateful for a second chance and to do it with God. Like, I wouldn't want it any other way.